welcome to part 2. Everything made here is not a year old for once, as opposed to my other videos which I drag my feet for. This is part 7 through 16 of my Reverse Falls fanfiction, and the final chapter here is a bit snazzy if I do say so myself, so I hope you stick around. Enjoy the show!
Let's go.
Over the course of 2 weeks, Gideon and Pacifica become good friends with Will, hanging out at school and stuff, yay! We learn backstory, that the twins tricked him into signing a contract, which lets them steal his magic demon powers. Oh no! Will plans on telling Pacifica and Gideon this, hoping they'll somehow be able to help him, and then he goes home and goes to sleep. But Mabel gets suspicious of Will's cipher over here, and she uses her amulet to read his mind. She then goes and tells Dipper, and he says,
"What? I'll stab him till he passes out!"
But when they go back to Will's room, he'd already escaped. They realize he went to Pacifica's house, and they go over there to jump him.
Please stop stabbing me, I don't like it. Please stop stabbing me now. No.
Will arrives at Pacifica's house sopping wet from the rain. They let him into their movie night, where they are drinking orange soda and eating Hershey's bars. Those were my favorites at the time. He finally spills the beans, and here's what he says verbatim. Please keep an open mind though, be cool. I, have godlike powers, and I'm not human. I'm a demon from another demotion. I meant dimension. You're kidding, I'm not. I believe you. I'm glad that was easy. They talk and they plan to find and rip up the contract in order to free Will. Will creates magical steel swords for Pacifica and Gideon to defend themselves with, and then they all run upstairs to hide as the twins break into the house. And then Dipper starts singing like a horror movie villain.
We're coming for all of you!
Pacifica hides in a closet, and then when Mabel passes by, she lunges out. Mabel blocks her attack with a sword of her own, and they start sword fighting. Just to remind you, these guys are 12. Mabel gets Pacifica in the leg, and Pacifica yells, telling Gideon and Will to hightail it out of there. Mabel stabs her in the leg some more, and then Dipper joins in and stabs her in the arm. It's always the fucking arm. Gideon tries to sneak attack Dipper, but he gets stabbed in the chest. This makes Mabel upset, since she likes Gideon, and while they're distracted, Pacifica gets up and stabs Dipper in the back, and then she passes out. Will snatches the contract from Dipper and rips it, but nothing happens, since that was a fake copy! Dun dun dun! I guess he just had a fake on him for funsies. Why was Dipper carrying a fake contract?
Oh,
Brathaaa.
This guy stinks!
This right here is the most fucked up chapter of this whole fanfiction. I'm gonna be brief, but basically Dipper stabs Will a bunch, tells him Pacifica's dead, and says it's all his fault for seeking help in the first place. Dipper even tells him that Pacifica's last words were, quote, "Will, why did you do this to me? ... question mark." The whole thing is messed up. Tiny Me had way too much fun writing this chapter, and Will cries himself to sleep in a ball of self-hatred, blaming himself for the death of his bestie Pacifica. Who wrote this? Who the fuck wrote this?
all right, who's not dead? Sound off.
Gideon wakes up perfectly fine and with no repercussions for when he got stabbed in the chest. He's locked in the Pines house, but Mabel left him pancakes, yay! He wanders to the guest room, where he realizes Pacifica is alive and locked inside. He says, quote, "How are you alive? By this point you've been stabbed and cut like 100 times." She says, "I have no idea." Wow. Peak fiction right here. I really should have been posting this on Quartet. It would have done numbers back in the day. Speaking of which, ...
VOICEBOX is a Ticci Toby fanfiction consisting of 12 chapters and was first published on Quartet on the 29th of March 2014.
Pacifica gets 1 glass of water and 1 pear to eat once a day as her only sustenance. The room's empty, besides a window too high for her to jump out of, and also a sleeping bag in the corner. Dipper shows up and asks where Pacifica hid Journal 3, and she refuses to tell him. Dipper says since she won't talk, he's gonna straight up torture Will for 5 days straight, and if by the end Pacifica doesn't tell Dipper where the book is, he'll kill William. One problem though, Will is immortal and he can't die, and Dipper acknowledges this, so like you can't kill him, so he's just gonna get tortured. But like, don't they already do that? Don't they torture him every day already? This is not really an escalation. This is not really a threat.
Burger King foot lettuce.
Mabel texts Candy and Grenda about the whole plot, and they want to help Gideon and Pacifica escape, since odds are Dipper's just gonna kill him once he gets what he wants. They very easily convince Mabel, and the three plan to break them out in 3 days. Why wait 3 days? Who knows? But yay! Mabel's good now, not wanting others to die. Woo! The bare minimum!
You have nothing. Literally nothing. Goodbye.
Dipper downgrades Pacifica's food rations to half a pear a day and the glass of water. Meanwhile, Gideon is still being fed well, like normal food. They talk about how sad they are through the door, and then Dipper goes to torture Will Gates.
Run away!
Candy, Grenda, and Mabel sneak into Pacifica's room at night. Mabel tries to convince Pacifica that she's legit and just wants to help. Come on, just trust her, it's fine. Then Gideon barges in and hugs Pacifica. Yay! Basically, Mabel and Candy and Grenda want to find Journal 3 and destroy it. Why? They don't explain at all, but you know, everyone's down to destroy the third journal now, let's go! Who needs a reason? They sneak out of the house while Dipper's still sleeping, and they go to Pacifica's house, where she hid the book under some floorboards. Yes, they have it now!
So if you're not a fan of the words, peak fiction, goat, raw, fire, click off of the video.
They all decide to photocopy the journal, in case they need it for an emergency. You know, that's all fine and dandy, but why are you destroying it in the first place? They all get on the public bus to the library, yes, in the dead of night, and enter, yes, the library is still open. Gideon and Pacifica manually photocopy it all in 30 minutes, and then they staple it into a book cover that Mabel buys. Yippee! With this done, they go to the parking lot and drop Journal 3 on the ground. Mabel lights a match, and she says, "This all ends now." She drops the match, and the book is set aflame. But suddenly, the flames turn blue! Dipper retrieves the book, and reveals that he was awake when they broke Pacifica out earlier, since they were all talking loud as fuck. Mabel and Dipper use their amulets, their magics wrestling for the book. Brother against sister, very dramatic. Pacifica checks on Will, who's face down on the concrete, and his mouth and eyes are leaking black tar. Dipper defeats Mabel in their tug-of-war, making her wipe out on the floor. She gives a heroic smile before passing out on the concrete. Pacifica, righteously pissed off, grabs Mabel's headband with the amulet, the power now flowing through her. She lifts into the air, ready to kick Dipper's ass. And Candy yells, "You can do it, Pacifica! Kick his ass!" Will Dipper finally get his ass kicked? Will Gideon ever stop crying? And is Will ever not going to be tortured 24/7? Find out next time on Cynophobia! Penny's YouTube channel! God, I need to change that name! Listen, this whole fic is a mess, but that last chapter is actually by far my favorite. Everything comes together. I actually used paragraphs for the first freaking time, and I'm pretty sure it's the longest part. I remember having so much fun writing the fight they have in the parking lot. It's just, this part has lots of fun memories for me. I really enjoyed writing it. Anyway, I don't got much else to say. Thank you for watching. Anything you want to say?
Hey, people watching this video, if you live in our country, the cost of Costco chicken strips have went up to $7.99. Stay aware.
Yes.
Yay!
Anyway,
Yay!
yeah, anything else funny?
You don't know how to spell Mabel. Please post a picture of your script so everyone knows.
No, I won't. You can't make me.
Do not go to Costco. Save your money. Look up
No.
Lisa the Painful.
No,